If what you say is true, CrisTales, we have a serious problem on our hands. If she causes the ruins to explode, the damage to everyone on the surface would be catastrophic. Our only hope is to go to each of the ruins individually and try to undo whatever she has done.
But how? Can we even get into the ruins? Aren't they mostly underground?
Hopefully we can find some clues to that mystery at Willhelm's house.
Thank you, Matthias. I felt a bit lost without Willhelm. But this is one last chance for him to guide us.
Come, my dear. We should ask Paulina if she would be willing to convey us once again.
Well, well, my small friends. How can I help you?
I know this might seem sudden, Miss Paulina, but can you take us to Talira?
Oh dear, did something happen? You look so pale.
It's a lot to explain right now, but the fate of the world depends on it.
Oh, my poor darling. Look at you. Always running around trying to be the heroine. Of course I'll help. Hold on to your seats. We depart immediately for Talira. Nebatulira, here we are.
Thank you as always, Miss Paulina.
Enough, dearie. You'll embarrass me. Besides, with the world at stake, it would be horribly tacky not to help. I hope you find what you're looking for.
Next stop, then? Willhelm's house.
These strange ruins seem similar to those near Nareen. Let's try this out.
This stupid thing better work.
Maestro!
Hello, CrisTales. If it became important, I knew you would find this. Unfortunately, if you are listening to this, it means I am almost certainly dead. Recent events have led me to believe my time may be nearing its end, so I have decided to leave a record of what I know. These are the most important conclusions I've reached. What would you like to know?
Who are you, really?
I was born Relo Willhelm von Astron in the city of CrisTales. I am a scholar, historian, researcher, and a time mage. All my life, people have called me a prodigy, the greatest time mage in generations. They said that I was the hero the lady foretold. At least, until she appeared. These are the most important conclusions I've reached. What would you like to know?
What is your relationship with the Empress?
When we first met, she called herself Krista. She arrived from nowhere and was incredibly talented. I was jealous, but I also admired her. We became close. We were both students of magic at the university in CrisTales. But between us, we exhausted everything they had to teach. So together, we began working to probe the hidden places, to learn the forbidden history of an ancient past. She was fascinated with the ruins, as was I. These are the most important conclusions I've reached. What would you like to know?
What are the ruins?
The ruins are everywhere, and they are odd, unlike anything either of us had ever seen. The culture that left them was markedly different from ours. Their technology was incredibly advanced, far beyond our own. At the same time, though, it also seemed to exist in harmony with nature. One day, while we were exploring the ruins near Talira, she came to me with a warning. I should leave CrisTales immediately. She said I should get myself to a safe place. Her reasons would soon become apparent. These are the most important conclusions I've reached. What would you like to know?
What happened in the last war?
Krista declared war on CrisTales. She demanded we all leave the city and give it to her. At first, the elders just laughed. But her influence grew, as did her power. In a short time, she had begun amassing an army. It was then that her most devoted followers began calling her Empress. We prepared for war. It wasn't long before the two of us met on the battlefield. Friends? Rivals? Partners? No bitter enemies. Her power was terrifying. Only with the help of the Mother Superior, the sacrifice of many brave soldiers, and the use of all my powers, did I finally manage to force a retreat. These are the most important conclusions I've reached. What would you like to know?
What happened to your body?
Our brief victory came at a cost. In desperation, the Empress cast a spell that drained away my remaining time, leaving me with only a few moments of existence. Desperate, I turned all my power inward. I stopped time on myself. I sealed my essence in this child's body, never growing, never aging, unaffected by the passage of time. In her weakened state, she was unable to see through my magical ruse. She was convinced my existence had ended, but in reality, I had merely achieved a precarious balance. She fled, and I have been hiding ever since. Over the years, I have developed my natural magic, hoping to be ready for her inevitable return. It all started with those ruins. In that moment. The ruins must also be where the answers lie. I once had the keys that allow access to them. I kept them so that if I were to die, you could take my place. However, those keys are gone. Stolen. I am sorry. But my burden is now yours. If you want to learn more, you must enter the ruins. Here in Talira, The console that will allow you to do so is located deep in a hidden part of the old salt mines. You'll find the entrance to that area in the room just west of the cathedral. Find the access keys. Activate the consoles. Finish the job I started. If you are hearing this, CrisTales, then all our hopes rest on you. I pray that you will be stronger than I proved to be.
But all of this, what does it mean?
More importantly, where can we find this access key?
Do you think that's what I mean, the Empress's underling was doing when we saw her here earlier? Stealing the keys?
Kari, this might sound like a strange question, but do you happen to have any sort of weird device on you? You mean like this thing on my necklace? I don't even know why I had it. Zaz?
Yeah, it's a really long story. Turns out that happens a lot when you hang out with time mages.
Based on this new information, our next logical destination is the salt mines.
Indeed. Let us resume our search, CrisTales. There will be time to ponder later.
This must be what that Willhelm was talking about.
Be careful, everyone. This is unexplored territory ahead.
Be on the lookout for anything out of the ordinary. Let's get moving.
Hey, this is a peculiar place, isn't it? This place seems similar to the mines outside, but something feels off. It's a strange sensation. I'm pretty sure I've felt this before.
Not sure. Nice thing? What is that?
It would seem there is a guardian here, presumably a servant of the Empress. It must have been left here to protect the Consul. A wise choice.
Great, so what do we do now?
There's only one thing we can do. Get ready to fight!
This console should control the Rena ruins. Allow me. Attempting to initiate emergence protocol. It is requesting an access key. I will attempt to connect the device. The access key has been accepted. Emergence protocol initiated. It is done. Nevatulira terminal activating.
That thing, it rose from the underground.
To disable the self-destruct sequence, we must enter the ruins themselves.
Let's go.
Should we return to the entrance?
Sure. There's an orb on the altar. It looks cloudy.